Hi everyone, my name is Vašek and welcome to my humble abode. I've been renovating this house for past 2 years. I documented some of it on my Czech channel. I will be linking the playlist directly in the first comment and also in the description, so you can watch it. I did not redub it in English, but for now you can watch it with English subtitles. If you want, no pressure. So what are we doing today? I will need to get ready for a replacement of few beams in a barn that is directly connected to the house. We will take a look at it. It will mostly be about cleanup, and cleanup itself is a great segue to cyclic separators. That's something that I did a whole episode before this one, so you can definitely watch it. I will need to improve it a bit more. For now it's version 4 and it will help us today. Second thing is we will need to scan the whole house, take measurements so I can take them and actually create a 3D model of the whole house, because now we are in a stage where every single internal wall is gone, all electrical lines, water and sewage is all disconnected. So what I want to do is create a 3D space with everything in it, so I can plan without actually paying architect revisions, without paying for multiple projects. So I will have this 3D model on which I can explore. And the last thing, I bought a really old trailer that is older than me, but I really need it for moving some materials. So we will be definitely renovating it in some future episode. Not for now, but we will just take a quick look at it. So enough talking, let's actually do something. And one more thing before we go, I don't work in trades, so take everything I do with a grain of salt. You can either help me by leaving a comment how to do these things better, or you can laugh at my stupidity. The choice is yours, and I'm not gonna be offended by either of them. So this is the barn that we were talking about. And those two beams are in a desperate need of replacement. And the ones for replacing are right here. They are also from an older building built before 1940s. And this thing right here, that's the trailer that I've been talking about. So before we continue, the cyclic separator that I've been telling you about, this is the version 3. The separator separates the larger debris from smaller ones. The larger debris ends up here and the smaller dust goes into the vacuum behind me. That means that you save up on the dust bags that go into the vacuum. Version 3, again, if you want to know more, just watch the previous video. So this guy now has the connector on the body, so I'm not risking tearing it apart. And we are going to vacuum all the beams and all the debris in the barn. The trailer that I've been telling you about, it legally can tow about 2 tons and it weighs 490 kilos. So I've basically got 1.5 ton of legal limit that I can tow on it. What I really like about it, even though it's old, it's the build quality. Every single piece of metal on this thing is at least 4 millimeters thick, so it's kinda overbuilt. I can basically do this, and it doesn't mind at all. I think the sides are gonna be faster, but this section right here, about 2 meters, it took me about 20 minutes. Whenever there was a leak and somebody wanted to fix the roof, they hadn't time to find the slate shingles, so they would use Eternit. And Eternit is a famously carcinogenic material, so that's why I'm using vacuum. With the leaks, there was a big one directly above this beam. It used to hold the old ceilings that were in here, but honestly, what better to do than to cut it and replace it, right? Now, my guy, the beam is about to fall. Do you remember how I told you that you can laugh at my stupidity? Yeah. Je tohle stále před sebou jako předtím.
Tak si musíme poradit.
We can also take a quick look at the separator. In case I'm vacuuming hay or some straw, it can sometimes build up in this section. So in the next version 5, I will adjust the shape of this half, mainly on the intake side of the thing, so the buildup doesn't clog it anymore. With that said, it works amazingly. And now I can just take this jack and get rid of it. But what actually surprised me the most, the bag is almost empty. There is like a kilo of really fine dust. So the main advantage of the separated debris is that you have the bigger debris in the jack, so you can get rid of it pretty easily. And the smaller debris in the bag is also pretty much the easiest to dispose of. So the bag gets cleaned much easier if the large debris is already separated, so the fine dust can be just shaken off, and it's a great way to save the bags. And by the way, if you happen to be based in Czech and just watching this in English, this guy will be available for sale, so you can check the details on the Czech video. Yeah. It's also durable. We have just a few things left to do. We need to add supports below the beams, mainly above the main entrance. And then we will scan the whole house so I could create a 3D model. But all of it in a future episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and take care.